everyone.
Hi everyone.
And welcome to the engine room.
And this is Julius.
And this is Brjánn.
And Julius has a beard. It's a new thing. I like it. I like it.
Me too. It's warm.
Is it itchy?
Kind of.
Yeah. It's typically what I think about beards. Well, we got some great news today, right?
Yes. We're releasing a new game on Nintendo Switch.
And that game is
Anthill.
Woohoo!
And Ain't Saints.
And Ain't Saints. And it's the best game ever made by Image and Form.
Oh, it is?
Yes, it is. It's like you'd think that that's some sort of marketing spiel to say that, but it's not. So Anthill is a tactical trail defense game. It's a real-time strategy game where you manage the ants. You manage an anthill, and then you have ants that do the work for you.
Like different soldiers and
soldiers,
ants.
Exactly. And then you have artillery, and then you have the Air Force.
Okay.
But in the ant world, that's of course, so you got like soldiers, you got spitters. They actually exist. They're for real, yeah.
Cool.
And then you have the drones, the flying ants.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's a really great game. I mean,
how good is it?
Well, on a scale, I'd say like 1 to 10. I would give it a 9.5.
Okay.
It's really that good.
Story to back that up?
I've got a great story for you.
Okay.
It's like I'm happy that you asked that. I was sitting in an airport and I was just waiting. I had like 45 minutes before my flight was going to take off. And then I opened up Anthill. I had 3 levels that I needed to sort of perfect. And so the first one went quickly. The second one I had to sort of do once and then redo. And the third one I had to redo a few times.
Okay.
When I looked up, there was no one there, and I was looking up. I was like, What's going on? And I was looking up, and then this the stewardess or the flight attendant was just closing up everything. She was leaving, and I ran up to the gate and said, "Sorry, I need to get on this plane." And he said, "Well, we're closed." "Yeah, but I need to be on this plane." "Yes, and we're closed." "Yes, but I was here." I mean, and no one told. So I was really lost in the game. And then she said, okay, whatever.
Oh, so you did make it?
I did make it.
Oh,
so she let me on the plane, and it was one of those moments you get on an airplane, and everyone, like, you come walking down the aisle, and everyone goes, and then I sat down. I was sweating, and I was so sort of worked up, and it took me like 2 minutes to realize, like, wow, I totally forgot about everything while playing Anthill. So I was just gone.
Anthill, so good you'll miss your flight.
Anthill, so good that nothing else matters.
Oh.
Anthill came right before Steam Will Dig, and it never came out on a Nintendo platform yet. I mean, this is the first time we're bringing Anthill to
console.
Yeah, to console. I mean, so coming to the Switch is just it's great to bring it, but for us at the time it was a milestone game because we had made games before, you know.
Yeah.
We had been in work for hire for quite some time.
Yeah.
And then we had dabbled we were trying to make like good games.
Yeah, your own.
Yeah, our own titles, and we just weren't cutting it, right? But then along came this game, which sort of changed our sort of perspective on ourselves, let's put it that way. That we realized that, wow, we can actually make really great games.
Yeah, and Anthill is a good game.
No, it's a fantastic
game.
It's
the best.
It's the best game. It's the best game.
Would you say it's even better than like Quest or Heist?
SteamWorld Quest and SteamWorld Heist. It's like
Dig 2.
You know, it's like comparing your kids, right? It's like which of your kids is best.
Oh, so it's your oldest kid.
It's the oldest. It's my oldest.
What about
kid.
Tower Defense?
Well, Tower Defense is an older kid than that, but it's like now Tower Defense. Well, if we're gonna do the metaphor game here, then SteamWorld Tower Defense is the sibling who sort of went up into the attic and never came down, right?
Okay.
And it's like we didn't lock it away, but it's one of those guys who wants to keep to himself.
I hope it
or herself, right?
I hope it comes down someday, right?
Right.
Hopefully.
But so you could really say that Anthill was the game that made Image and Form. Because I mean, SteamWorld Dig put us on the map, but Anthill was the game that made us realize that we actually had the potential to make really great games.
That's great.
Yeah.
And speaking of making,
yeah, I mean, should we thank?
We should thank Nintendo.
Thank you, Nintendo,
for making the Switch Lite in honor
of Anthill.
Yeah.
So that's why they made the Switch Lite. Is that it?
Allegedly.
Oh, okay. So that's what we heard.
Yeah.
Well, thank you,
Someone
Nintendo.
told us.
So because Anthill suits the Switch Lite really well because
Yes, it's dedicated to handheld play, as Nintendo puts it.
oh, they say that about the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
And we could definitely say the same thing about Anthill.
No TV needed.
That's right.
You can play anywhere on the go.
Fantastic. So no TV needed.
Yeah.
But we could also say that you can't really play it on a TV
You shouldn't play on a TV either.
because you actually need to play on the screen, right?
Yeah,
It's
the
a touch
screen is necessary.
Yeah, it's necessary for the game. So it's a touch input game. We
Yeah.
should.
You could use your fingers, or you could use a stylus or something.
You could use a nose.
Any body part, but we recommend fingers.
Yeah, we recommend fingers.
Yeah.
Right.
Toes maybe.
Toes would work.
Toes could work.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a touch input game. That's
It really
really
is.
important to mention that, right?
Yeah. And because of that, you don't need a TV.
Exactly.
It would be unnecessary to bring a TV with you to play it.
Since you wouldn't be able to use it.
Exactly.
That's very well. That's why they made the Switch Lite, so we wouldn't have to carry around TVs all the time.
Yeah.
It's
And,
handheld gaming at its finest. So Switch Lite plus Anthill is the optimal combination. Would you
It's a
say?
match made in Anthill. Heaven.
That's very good.
Yeah.
But you could of course use your regular Switch for this as
Yeah,
well, right?
definitely. And you'll want to bring a pair of headphones with you on the go.
Because the soundtrack is just awesome.
Yeah, and it's completely new.
It's a new soundtrack for Anthill, and it's
Yeah.
music by Oscar Redelius. Soundtrack is awesome.
And we have a few videos here of Oscar playing, actually.
Oh,
I wanna
sweet.
show you.
Yeah, please go ahead. So, Julius, your top 3 reasons for getting Anthill on Switch.
Number 1,
Yeah.
it holds a candle to every other SteamWorld game or Image Reformer game, I'd say.
It holds a candle. Do you mean it's a lot more awesome?
No, but you know, if all the other games were standing in a circle holding their own candle, you know, Anthill would be there holding.
In the middle?
Yeah, sure.
I
Holding a
see
candle
what you're saying. All right, so Anthill would be standing there holding a candle next to the other games from Image and Form.
Yeah, I'm sure that what it means.
That makes perfect sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
And your second reason?
Just like all other SteamWorld games, it combines like several gameplay elements
Yeah.
to create something kind of new.
Yes.
On the surface, it kind of looks like a tower defense game,
Yeah.
but
But it's not.
it's a trail defense game.
It's a tactical trail defense game.
Yeah,
It sort of combines line drawing in a way, right? Because these
Yeah.
ants use pheromones to get around.
yeah. You have to draw your own lines to direct your
Yeah.
soldiers.
Right.
And in a normal like tower defense game, you would normally just put out your units. right?
Exactly, right. So this really sort of utilizes the fact that it's touch input.
Yeah.
Reason number 3 is Anthill is super awesome. I think it's one of the best games that ever has been made.
Yeah, and satisfying
Very satisfying
and
and
addicting.
addictive. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's really crazy addictive. It's when I play it, it's the only thing I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything. I don't want to sit and run a game studio. I want to play Anthill. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
All right, Julius. So to recap, so when is it coming out? Where is it coming out? And how much is it going to cost?
October 24th, Nintendo Switch in America and Europe for $9.99 or the equivalent.
Awesome. Thank you.
Coming out in Japan as well.
Hopefully, eventually, it's really everything that has ever been made for Anthill in one swell package that is
Definitely.
less than $10. Is that it?
With a completely new soundtrack.
That's fantastic. We're not going to leave SteamWorld fans hanging, right?
Well, for now, for for a little while.
So we're gonna leave SteamWorld fans hanging, right?
Yes, for quite a while, or a little while.
For quite a little while,
For quite a little while.
quiet while.
Yeah, we are working on everything we've promised so far. More platforms,
Cool.
for Quest and the physical version as well.
Oh, neat.
And we'll have more news about that fairly soon.
Shortly. All right.
Yeah.
So this has been Julius.
And this has been Brjánn signing off.
Bye-bye.
Bye.